Greetings and salutations, fellow upcyclers. I just wanted to show you another example of something that you can actually make using things that you can find at the thrift store. Different fabrics and different like beads and everything like that. But I made this for somebody who is requesting a corsage. This is all hand stitched by me. Every little bit here is repurposed from different projects that I've had over the years, including different weddings and whatnot I have done. This here actually took me a couple days to make. It's really cool. The camera does not do this justice. I'm going to tell you that right now. Like, this looks like just your typical red, but this material, with the lighting, it actually comes off as a really cool crimson color, almost with like a little black shadows to it. But it doesn't really show very well here in the camera. But this is a really simple thing to make. But me being me, I like to add a little bit more uniqueness to my projects. And I just wanted to do a shout out to my husband, who taught me how to, do simple things like soldering when it comes to certain items. But I just wanted to show you underneath here, you can see that white little box right there. That is actually a switch box for a cute little light that is within the rose. And this is hard to do one-handed, but the switch is right there. So when you go and you want it on, you just click it on, and that's what it looks like right there with the cute little lights, which is going to look absolutely beautiful in the low lighting that they typically have for prom. So I thought that was a cute little addition. Let me just switch this back off. Again, this is hard for me to do one-handed. There we go. I even made this cute little display box to put everything in. Here is the boutonnière. I know I said that funny. It was intentionally done that way because I think it's funny because it sounds like boot in ear. But there's the boutonnière. And it's got a simple little, it's got a simple little safety pin that I wove in there in the back for just an easier way for people to pin it. So, instead of having to worry about those big pins that sometimes like to fall out, those are sewn directly in. I also made her some earrings. The light doesn't do these justice either. When the light hits these, they shine a really deep, beautiful red. These are made out of glass. These are upcycled from a necklace that I had found at the Salvation Army in Queensbury years ago. So shout out to them. This as well. The only thing I actually bought was the little silver pieces here because I thought those were really cute. But the beads here also from another necklace that I had found that I thought was really cute for her. And these I just put in because I like to dabble in making epoxy products. So any of my projects, I use leftover resin to make different things. And so I had leftover resin here, which I casted into these cute little stones, which I've got that one. This one was from like a sun catcher that I was making in a shade of purple, so it still has a little bit of the gold flake in there, which I thought would be cool just to leave it in anyway. There's that one. And then this one here was from another sun catcher that I was working on. And what's really cool is there's silicone molds that you can buy that you can cast these in, which is really cool. They don't always come out perfect, but I actually prefer that because, anytime you find stone and gems and whatnot naturally, they're not always going to be perfect. You're going to find some jagged edges and stuff like that, which I like. I like the saying perfectly imperfect because of the fact that, you know, nothing needs to be perfect in order to be beautiful. And I find that it also makes sense as far as us as people, because we don't have to be perfect, okay? We just got to be ourselves. And so, you know, that's why I like to dabble in doing fun, beautiful things like this. But this is packaged, this is going to be packaged up, and it's going to be going to Andrea for her daughter for prom this weekend. And hopefully I might have some pictures. I'm not gonna, like, you know, say you have to send me pictures of her wearing them, blah, blah, blah. But if she does happen to send me some pictures of her wearing these, I will certainly post them for you guys to see, because I will tell you, especially too, the dress that Andrea's daughter is wearing is absolutely stunning, fits her perfectly. Honestly, that by far is one of the most beautiful dresses I have ever seen. So simple and elegant, and flows beautifully on her. But yeah, so she commissioned me for these. And as a little bonus, I'm going to give her these. So she can choose which ones she'd like to wear. If she decides not to wear them for prom or cannot, I will be instructing them to donate them to somebody who would also enjoy them, just because I love seeing my creative work out there. So this is just another example of what you can do. And if you ever want to learn, or if you ever want to commission me for something like this, let me know. I don't just do proms. I do weddings and other cool events and stuff like that too. I can even do funeral flower type deals as well, for memorials and stuff like that. But just let me know. And, you know, the only question I have for you here is, if you were to commission something like this, what do you think this would go for as far as pricing? Just because I have not done this on a professional level to sell, I've mostly done them to make for gifts for people, and I've done them for weddings of family members. So I'm just kind of curious what people think as far as pricing would go for something like this. And let me know if this is something you would like to learn, because I will be offering tutorials, and at some point I will be offering classes to learn how to do fun, amazing things like this. So I hope you guys have an awesome week and an amazing weekend, and hopefully the sun shines brighter and better and brightens your day. So have a wonderful day and enjoy upcycling with Ash.